Hey guys, Aftershare Reacts here, and today I'm going to be reacting to some more Stargate Atlantis. This is Season 2, Episode 6. Let's get into the episode.
Okay. That's not something you see every day.
There was a great battle here. That is a hive ship.
Probably recently, because I feel like this would have scattered.
Something put a lot of holes in it, all right. We should check it out.
Whoa, what if whatever put holes in it wants to put holes in us?
Like you said, a lot's changed in 10,000 years.
That would explain the lack of life signs.
This is what usually happens when you fight back.
These folks took out a fleet of Wraith ships. I'd say they did a pretty good job fighting back.
I'm picking up faint energy readings coming from there. That would explain how they were able to put up such a good fight.
How?
They were ancients. Definitely ancient design. Their latest stuff, too. Their latest being 10,000 years old.
It's a lot like the labs we found on Atlantis.
So this is one of their outposts.
Yet the ancestors
I'm
made no
surprised they
mention
never
of their
sneeze
presence here in the
when they do that.
database.
Maybe they add that in post.
Well, let's find out. Can you power it up?
Working on it.
I got 2 bodies here.
I got 3 more over here. Whatever happened here, no one came back to claim the dead.
Can't tell if they were fed on by the Wraith.
Yeah, something killed them.
Something killed everyone on this world.
Why is this outpost, if that's what it is, still intact? Doesn't make sense. What do you think, Rodney?
Sorry, I wasn't listening, but it just struck me that this is an ancient outpost. Why would the Wraith leave it intact?
It's a good question.
Taylor, I heard you're heading off-world on a personal mission.
To Balkan, yes.
Sounds interesting.
The Balkans possess a particular disease-resistant strain of flaxseed, which would double the yield of our crops on the mainland. In exchange, I intend to offer Athosian manpower to aid in their harvest. Still interested?
This place, has everything I could want, don't get me wrong, but,
Sometimes you feel the need to go somewhere else.
anywhere else.
I know the feeling. Bring only weapons you can conceal.
I'll keep it to a bare minimum.
I'm telling you, at least 0.09%.
Oh, please, move the decimal place. I mean, it's impossible, for God's
We
sake.
figured out what this is.
No, I wouldn't say no. We have a theory.
But we don't know yet.
No, but based on the shielding around the chamber, what else could it be?
Have you tried turning it on?
That's what we're working on. The problem is that there's no direct link between it and the main power control systems, which, among other things, has led it to theorize that it's an ancillary power supply for the weapons systems.
Cool.
See the way he lights up at the mention of that? It's like Dr. Vogel at the mention of pastries.
Found out a way to soup up their space gun.
Yes, but it's much more than that.
The sticking point is that there's no tie between the power generator and the primary capacitor.
Yeah, meaning they would have to channel the power directly into the weapon.
Which, I'm sure, means nothing to you.
Means they could fire multiple bursts without having to store up more power for the next firing sequence.
Yes. Very good.
Which leads me back to cool.
But it only makes sense if we're right.
About what?
Tell him.
Not yet.
Come on, McKay, you read the equations. What else could it be? An ancient typo?
Well, we know they're not perfect because they're all dead. I don't want you to get all excited over nothing.
Maybe you're right.
All right, I'll give you a hint. It seems that the ancients were experimenting with high-energy physics on a level that we've never seen before.
Wow.
Yes, wow. I want to be sure.
I'll do my best to wait.
The manpower that you are demanding is outrageous. You would turn my people into nothing more than indentured slaves to serve your farms.
It would seem that you have nothing else of value to trade but your people.
Mattis, you know full well my offer
Hey.
is fair.
Toyman.
I'm sorry, Taylor. If you had something of more value to offer, technology, weapons.
You've heard my terms.
Our business is done here.
She said her offer is fair.
I say it isn't.
Well, I say it is. What?
I had the situation under control.
It didn't look like it.
So you came to my rescue. You have no idea what is at stake during these negotiations. My people depend on me.
They were taking advantage of you.
No, they were not. That is what I wanted them to think. A negotiation is a delicate process. The words spoken are often meaningless.
Taylor!
Do you want me to?
No. Go. Gather our things. I will meet you at the gate.
It was a mistake to force Hendon's hand. You'll only pay for it next time. Your friend is not a Thosian?
No. Ronan is the only survivor of a world known as Satida. He saved the life of a friend of mine. In return, we offered him sanctuary.
If Satida is his homeworld, then he is not the only survivor. There is a man in this village who also claims to be from there.
I take it you found something interesting.
Interesting? How about the greatest discovery of all time?
He's pretty excited.
So I hear. He couldn't even wait till he got back.
I wanted to send an encoded databurst directly from the outpost to the secure network in my lab while the gate was active.
Receiving transmission, transferring data.
Care to fill me in so I can be excited too?
It's a weapon.
It is much, much more than a weapon. We think we've stumbled across the Ancients' last great discovery. It was too late to win the war for them, but I think if I can finish the work they started, then...
What is it?
It is the ultimate power source. Something that would make zero-point modules seem like alkaline batteries in comparison. Zero-point module is an artificially created region of subspace time. It's kind of like a miniature universe in a bottle.
It extracts vacuum energy from this artificial region of subspace time until it reaches maximum entropy.
So what's different about this thing?
Project Arcturus was attempting to extract vacuum energy from our own space-time.
It strikes me as something the ancients would have tried first, even before ZPM.
And they may have, but extracting zero-point energy from our own universe is, well, it's definitely trickier.
Obviously, it's not that easy, or Atlantis wouldn't still rely on ZPMs.
You're right. The ancients couldn't make it work.
I said I wanted to do all the talking.
Come on, Rodney. Arcturus was a total failure.
It was a failure, yes. Total, no.
The outpost was ordered by the ancients in Atlantis to defend the Durandon people using their weapons powered by this new power source.
Yes, but despite their strong reservations that it was not ready to be tested under battle conditions.
The point is, the Wraith won.
Yeah, but the Durandans still inflicted massive damage on the attacking Wraith fleet.
I'd say they didn't put up a hell of a fight.
The logs indicate there was a major malfunction.
Well, yes, the ancients in the bunker were forced to shut everything down, including the weapon.
The Wraith sent more ships, the Durandans got wiped out.
So if the malfunction hadn't occurred, the ancients would have saved the planet?
Definitely.
Possibly. Don't sugarcoat this, Rodney.
The ancient scientists running Arcturus were rushed into testing before they had perfected a means of effectively controlling the power output.
I won't deny that this is something that we'd dearly love to get our hands on, but the ancients were a pretty bright bunch.
And losing a war they'd already been fighting for 100 years. And more importantly, they were like this close.
And you believe you can finish their work?
I do.
We do. They do.
We are looking for a man named Solon. Do you know him?
Upstairs.
But my people were counting on me. Now, I was alone. I was low on ammo, but I managed to take out the 3 Wraith guards and gain access to that ship.
Liar.
What did you say? Ronan?
There were 2 Wraith guarding that cruiser, and he wasn't alone. Taylor Morgan, Sol and Cincha. We served in the same regiment in Satida.
You two make a nice match. Congratulations.
We are friends. Nothing more.
For years, I believed I was the only survivor.
So you don't know about the others?
What others?
Before the city fell, a few of us managed to make it to the shelters west of the capital. Over 300 civilians found their way there, too. When we emerged, we realized there was nothing to salvage, so we left. All of us.
To where?
Some came here, some went to Mineria.
300.
Drink, Ronan, and rejoice. You're not alone, huh? Yeah!
Power levels are holding steady in all computer simulations.
Fired up.
All right. Attention all personnel. Stand by for power up on my mark. 3. Mark.
Oh, man. To see Kel's face when he sees you. Yeah, it's true.
Kel's alive.
And his family. They're settled on Belsa. Run this big trading operation over there.
When were you gonna tell me this?
Honestly, I was gonna wait till you drank a little more.
Then you've seen him?
Yeah, he comes around now and then to trade weapons with the Belkans. He's got his own private army now.
Is this Kel a friend?
Oh, he's more like Ken. He was Ronan's taskmaster during his military training. There is no closer bond.
None.
To reunions.
To reunions.
Radek, talk to me.
I'm picking up some minor power fluctuations. This never happened in the simulations.
Maybe we should abort.
Said it's fine. Colin, see if you can boost more power to the field manually.
guy's gonna die.
Prepare for test firing. On my mark.
Levels just spiked into the red.
What?
Shut it down. Shut it all down.
Trying.
The interface is not responding.
Okay?
I have given the command to shut down, but something's creating an overload.
We should evacuate.
Just give me a few seconds.
We may not have that time.
Wait. It's stabilizing. Generator is offline.
Me, anytime I launch a game while Photoshop is
Obviously, there
open.
was a surge of some kind. Let's call it Collins.
That's why there was dead people in there.
What went wrong?
All we know for certain was there was a massive power surge, which in turn caused the containment field to expand asymmetrically. As to why...
How about human error?
Excuse me?
Now, according to your report, during the test, Dr. Collins made an adjustment to the containment field. Isn't it possible that he triggered the surge himself?
Are you looking for a scapegoat, Colonel?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm admittedly looking for a rationale that would allow Dr. McKay to continue his very important work. Is there something wrong with that?
Collins knew the system just as well as any of us. He wouldn't have made that kind of mistake. Everything was going well. Everyone did their job.
Then what?
I don't know. In terms of physics, it shouldn't have happened.
We're still analyzing the data from the accident. It's going to take time.
What I do know is the device did what it was supposed to do.
No, Rodney, it didn't.
Apart from the obvious containment issues.
It overloaded and you couldn't stop it.
But we won't know for sure until we go back down there and try again.
Try again? Are you serious?
Yes.
A member of your team is in the morgue.
And I am responsible for his death. Yes, I am painfully aware of that. I sent him in there and I will have to live with that for the rest of my life. But we have a responsibility to understand what happened and learn from it.
We don't even know what went wrong.
Which is why we have to go back there.
We have to go back, Kate.
I know how important this is to you, Rodney. But we knew when we came to Atlantis that we might encounter certain technologies which, for the moment, are out of our reach.
It's not in this case.
You have the data from your first attempt. You can run all the simulations you want.
Come on, Elizabeth. You really think the military's gonna let this go, huh? I mean, at the very least, we should be the first ones in there to spearhead the research.
That's what this is about? You want to beat them to it?
Harry K. Dalian.
Who?
He was a scientist, worked on the Manhattan Project at Los Alamos. He's only 26 years old. Accidentally irradiated himself while performing a critical mass experiment on 2 half-spheres of plutonium. It took him a month to die, while his body was slowly shutting down from radiation poisoning. You know what he did with his last 30 days? He worked. He tried until his last breath to understand what had happened to him so that others could learn from the tragedy. So that his work, his death, wouldn't be rendered meaningless. Now, have you considered what would have happened if they just shut the project down after that?
This is different.
Is it? Colin's death is a pointless waste of life unless something comes of this, and I am not sure that I can... I think I know what happened.
Let's hear it.
No, can I come in?
No.
The ancients had it wrong. Our mistake was using their equations. I just did the calculations again myself. I did them 3 times just to be sure, and I am positive the problem is in the automatic containment protocols.
Okay, what's your fix?
I'm proposing that we adjust the field strength manually.
How come the ancients didn't figure this out?
Maybe they were caught up in the heat of battle. Maybe they thought they needed as much power as they could get. Maybe they weren't smart enough.
And you are.
No, I didn't say that. But I have the benefit of hindsight. They didn't. This is big. This is the wheel, the light bulb, the hot dog big.
Best case scenario.
I win a Nobel Prize.
Worst case scenario.
We tear a hole in the fabric of the universe, which is much less likely to happen than the Nobel Prize. I mean, the risks are nothing compared to the potential benefits. Elizabeth will listen to you. I have never asked this of you before, but I think I've earned it. Trust me.
Isn't the dead list about ready to head back to Earth?
Yes, we are. But I think you should know the Pentagon has taken a very keen interest in this vacuum energy.
I'm sure they have, but the Pentagon doesn't make the decisions here.
Yeah, I may not have the power to overrule you on this, but when I get back to Earth, I'm going to be making the recommendation that Dr. McKay be allowed to continue his work to the highest authorities. Ultimately, Dr. Weir, this won't be up to you.
Can Rodney guarantee that the same thing won't happen?
Nobody can do that.
Then what's changed?
According to him, it's the ancients' calculations that were wrong, not his.
If McKay is that confident, I don't see why we don't...
Confidence is not something Dr. McKay is in any short supply of.
With good reason. If anyone can do this...
The ancients could not do this. I mean, that's what it keeps coming back to for me.
Isn't it possible that you have placed the ancients on such a high pedestal that you can't even consider the possibility that they may be wrong?
Why are we mincing words, Colonel? You want the weapon.
Yes, I do. A weapon that could effectively eliminate the Wraith threat is very attractive to me and to the people that I work for. I'm not hiding that fact. No more hunting for CPMs. The shield, at full strength, faster, more powerful ships. How about a power source that can provide the energy needs for an entire planet? No more fossil fuels.
I get it. And if it worked as advertised, it would be wonderful. I'm trying to tell you, I know Rodney McKay, and there are times when I have to protect him from himself.
I can do that. Let me go back with him. Just him and me. You can activate the Stargate anytime you want to contact us by radio.
He really sells you.
He asked me to trust him.
I try to make it a habit not to make the same mistake twice.
That was a joke, right?
No. I offer you my personal assurance that a surge like the one that happened before is inconceivable.
Inconceivable!
Run some power-up simulations first.
How about I carry out my plan and you keep the hot coffee coming? Said joking again, right?
Dr. Weir, I need to speak to you right away. I finished going over the accident data. I think I know why the ancients abandoned this technology.
Go ahead.
Is Dr. McKay with you?
Of course I am, but we're a little busy getting ready to run a test here.
Actually, I would like you to delay the test firing. We have reason to believe that the weapon's power source, it may not be controllable at any power level.
Radek?
Rodney?
Okay, we have been over this. I'm doing this manually at half power. It's a cakewalk.
I don't think it matters how much cake you walk on. I've been doing calculations of my own,
And I believe the very act of trying to contain vacuum energy from our own space-time creates an environment where the laws of physics seeks to apply.
What are you on about?
You cannot predict something that is inherently unpredictable.
Rodney?
I know what I'm doing.
I am trying to tell you, as a friend, I have serious doubts.
Well, you're wrong. I'm sorry, but there it is. And to bring this up now when I'm just about to do this smacks of nothing but professional jealousy.
Fine. Kill yourself, just like the ancients did.
What do you mean by that?
I believe if the overload is allowed to continue, the weapon acts as a sort of release valve.
What we're suggesting is that the Wraith didn't kill everyone on that planet. It was the weapon itself.
That would explain why this place is the only thing left standing.
Congratulations, you've solved the mystery of how the ancients screwed up 10,000 years ago. Doesn't mean that I will do the same.
Can you do this?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you sure you're sure?
I said yes.
Because if you're wrong...
I'm not.
I'll call you back after the test. How does that sound?
You better.
How are you feeling?
Tensions are high, and I don't even know what half the words were.
We should really be getting back. Dr. Weir will be expecting us.
Kel's here.
What?
He's meeting with Hendon right now. Someone just told me. I have to see him.
And you would like me to arrange a meeting?
After yesterday, I don't think I'd get very far if I asked myself.
That?
Energy surge is fine. I can regulate it.
You said you could continue.
The temperature inside the containment field is well within acceptable parameters. Staying ahead of it. Levels are rising in the chamber. Reroute power from the secondary systems to the containment field.
It's overloading just like last time.
There is no logical reason this shouldn't be working.
Okay?
None of this should be happening. Look, the energy levels are spiking at a rate far greater than anything I predicted.
Shut it down!
Fine. Doesn't make any sense.
What's wrong?
I can't shut it down.
I am Cal from Satita.
Taylor Amaga Navathos. Thank you for granting us your time.
If we are to trade, I would know all the members of your party.
Of course. In fact, that is why we are here.
Hello, Cal.
Look at us match.
Ronan, what have you done?
We all know who this man was, what he was. If anyone here believes he should be avenged, here I am.
Interesting.
You just used me to murder an innocent man.
He deserved worse.
You said he was like a father to you.
Kel commanded several infantry divisions on Satita, and when the Wraith came, he ordered thousands to their death, just to save himself. He was a traitor and a coward. My only regret is that his death was quick.
I understand. In your place, I might have done the same. But believe me when I tell you that the others would not. We must not speak of this when we return to Atlantis. use my friendship in such a way again, I will not be so understanding.
Okay, strap in. You need to avoid flying in particular trajectories to prevent the weapon locking onto it.
I know what I'm doing.
Just saying. Be sure not to fly in a straight line. Rodney, shut up!
I mean, he's well within his right to say this after last episode, Sheppard.
The weapon's locking onto us.
How about I fly us away from the planet, return after the overload?
We can't.
Why not?
Look, don't you understand? This explosion is going to take out 3/4 of the solar system. There's no way we can fly far enough fast enough. We have to head for the gate.
Dial the gate.
How do you intend to avoid getting hit on the final approach?
I haven't figured that part out yet.
It's a good thing we stopped by to check in your progress, Colonel. Make a break from the Stargate, we'll run interference. Stand by to engage sublight engines on my mark.
Recommend you go into hyperspace as soon as we go through. It's gonna be a big bang.
Understood.
You destroyed 3/4 of a solar system.
5/6, but it's not an exact science.
Rodney, can you give your ego a rest for 1 second?
Colonel! I've been looking all over for you.
I heard.
Look, I wanted to apologize about what happened. I was wrong. I'm sorry. And I wanted to assure you that I intend on being right again. About everything, effective immediately. That was a joke.
Good one.
I've already apologized to Elizabeth and Radek, and I thank Colonel Caldwell for caring enough to spy on the experiment from orbit. Sent him a nice little email, actually. But I saved you to last, because honestly, I would hate to think that recent events might have permanently dimmed your faith in my abilities, or your trust. At the very least, I hope I can earn that back.
That may take a while. But I'm sure you can do it if you really, really try.
Hey, what's up you guys? Quick interruption here. As you are no doubt aware, these past few years have been tough on all of us. And there are some things that none of us can hide from. The cost of living, for instance, food and things like electricity, gas, and water have all gone up, and they continue to go up. Now, I don't really like to advertise this, but in order to afford keeping the lights on, the camera running, and to be able to provide you guys with new content like this very edit, for example, I feel I need to let you guys know about how you can help support the channel and myself. I have a Patreon that if you pledge to, you're helping support the channel, and in return you can get a vast amount of content that you wouldn't regularly get on YouTube, such as full unedited reactions to my regular content, a ton of other shows and movies that you probably don't even know that I've reacted to. A link to this can be found in the description below, and it really does help the channel by keeping me and my very cute cats alive. Think of the cats. If you're interested, you can also check out our website, which is also linked below. Perhaps there's some shows and movies there that you didn't even know that I reacted to, but you always wanted to see. Please know, pledging is entirely your own choice, of course. You're welcome to stay here on YouTube and wait for the edits to come out. No worries. I'm not going anywhere. More edits are coming. I understand not everyone is in the position to support creators, but any help is welcome. Anyways, thank you for your continued support, whether it's through YouTube or on Patreon. You guys are the best. Now please, enjoy the rest of the video. Alrighty-o, well that was Stargate Atlantis, Season 2, Episode 6. Rodney was wrong. It was a whole lot of like techno-babble that I didn't really understand, to be honest. So kind of wasn't all that interested in that aspect of the episode, but you know, the stuff with Ronan was interesting. Ronan and Taylor. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more of that and like gotten a little bit more
I don't know, just gone a little bit more with that. It almost seemed like at the beginning of the episode, Ronan was like, I don't know, kind of into Taylor. I don't know. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought, and I'll see you in the next one.